Ranked has to be one of the most polarizing game modes in Brawl Stars. And since of course the conditions of entering it aren't that strict, aka 9 brawlers at level 9, you are expected to meet any kind of people, ranging from the best teammates to harsh opponents or even dumb ones, and of course the most common one is the bad randoms. Now, if you're somehow unfamiliar with such a concept, it's just a reference to bad teammates, and they're called randoms because, of course, they are random. You don't pick them, so they're just random teammates. So these bad randoms are mostly really hated by the community. I see a lot of posts in Reddit, videos in YouTube, either making fun of them or actually complaining, talking about how they threw the game or they have a bad KDS, like kill death ratio or stuff. Now, I understand the pain. Of course, you were not the only one who went through that stuff. Other people like me, etc., have had moments where teammates, quote unquote, threw the game or something like that. So in this video, I'll be explaining how you could deal mentally with those bad randoms. Of course, I said just mentally, not strategically or anything, because if you're looking on for a guide of ranked or how to drought and stuff, you've come to the wrong video, because I don't know anything about that stuff. Just ask the pros out there, or just look for something else. Otherwise, I'm here to talk about how to deal with bad randoms and not to get too irritated, and every time you play ranked, you end up getting angry. So the first thing you have to understand, which might already sound very harsh, is that you can't really do anything about your teammates. They can be good, they can be bad. It's all a matter of luck. Matchmaking isn't always fair, same in ranked. So instead of focusing on your teammates and what they do or stuff like that, focusing too much, try to focus on yourself, for example, trying to improve from match to match, because of course, when you keep focusing on something a lot, you will start to notice almost everything. But if you go on with the match or something like that, you won't really focus on too much on your teammates. For example, every single action they do, just waiting for one mistake they do and you start blaming them. Uh, Try to focus on you getting better. I mean, I'm not saying get better as in try to carry the game, because that's not always possible. Try to focus on improving from match to match. Compare yourself with uh, how you played last time, and instead of instantly blaming the teammates, for example, just look at what went wrong. Maybe you could have done something wrong. I mean, you might get irritated at this, but it's the truth. For example, you could also do something wrong. You should just say, "Oh no, it's just a mistake, it's a little mistake." But your teammates just go as angry as you do. For example, when they do something wrong, they go, "OMG, this is bad random. He did this move. He threw the game, or he shouldn't have done that." So yeah, if you keep focusing on teammates too much, if you try to critique them for everything they do, you start doing pins and negative pins, they will also get angry at you. They might this time willingly throw the game. So you've just made another mistake. You just made the situation worse. So just try to get better. I'm not saying you're bad. I'm not saying the teammates are better or something like that. I'm just saying this whole Brawl Stars in any game, it's all about how you improve. For example, you compare yourself. You used to, for example, always pick a brawler thinking they're the best, then you find out that they're not. You just start comparing yourself, and it's all those silly moments. For example, I used to, in 2019, I used to main bull or something back when camping wasn't really uh, as forgotten as it is right now, because nowadays people mostly check bushes. Yes, I used to think I was good, but it was mostly because I played, bushy maps, and just recently or something, I found out, oh my goodness, this brawler is very horrific when it comes to not having a super or just dealing with not very closed maps. Yeah, anyways. Second thing you should really fix is having a fixed objective. For example, you don't play ranked because you just want to have fun, because it's supposedly aka competitive game mode. You have modifiers who make brawlers broken. Anyways, that aside, just if you have a very fixed objective, for example, I will reach the mythic or legendary or something like that in this season. especially if you start at the exact moment the season begins. You're gonna meet up with rushers and YouTubers with like the 100k trophies who will absolutely demolish you, even in bronze or something like that. Anyways, tip for that: just don't play immediately when the ranked season began. Don't wonder why you'll get some very good opponents against you. Otherwise, that aside, when you play in the goal of reaching a specific rank, you just kill the fun. You don't want to. You just lock in on that objective, and every single loss matters. And that's the problem. With every single loss and defeat, you start either blaming your teammates, saying you're not lucky, but there's always that little voice inside almost all of us, and this is the voice that keeps Brawl Stars running, is I will do better next time. So that little voice keeps chasing you. It says the same thing. So that's what you do. You play another match. This time you're not in a very good mood. So you play again, but this time you're not very locked in because you're not in a good mood. You're slightly angered at the previous match, and then when you lose the other one because you couldn't play at your full potential due to the fact that you were mad, you get even angrier. You still want to make that goal. But again, you're less focused because you're angry. And then you keep playing and playing and the cycle goes on. And this is what creates those situations of going from Mythic 3 to Mythic 1 or something like that. At the end of the day, you realize you wasted a lot of time on a video game and it wasn't really worth it. You just angered yourself. So just save yourself from the pain and just don't play for an objective. Just play ranked because you want to, for example. Like, just don't set up an objective. The only time, or the only 2 times I reached Mythic, I was just playing with a friend and just playing around, like, why not? Let's just go. We didn't really have any confidence in reaching Mythic. It was our first time. And once we found out we were kind of getting close to Mythic, okay, but no, just try to act like you're not going to. Anyway, that aside, yeah, if you play for a specific goal, you basically kill the fun. You don't want to play because you want to play, you just want to get to a goal, and yeah. Now, I see your question, but the judging for 2. I want to get to a goal, like, I want that legendary startup to get the ranked skin of the season. In that case, just don't play with random. That's the best way to deal with them. Just in case there's no way, like, you're just not gonna have any friends. Like, you could even meet a random person, for example, that one friend you added because they did a cool play and you guys seem very agreeing with each other. You're just, okay, you played well, you also played well. You could play with that teammate. Try, for example. And yeah, if you want to play ranked for the sole reason of ranking up, I mean, that's already not good, but just try to look for teammates. Most people love to hate randoms, just like Brawl Stars mentioned in their bad randoms we won't cooperate video. And instead, they just keep forgetting about this feature called look for a teammate. I swear, this is the most underrated button. Like, I want the Gus challenge because of that. So instead of going around waiting for those those bad randoms, and that gives you the chance to complain, and which is probably your favorite thing. Sounds like an insult. Kinda is, just for some of you out there. So instead of doing that, just look for a teammate. If you want to rank up, you want to go with your fixed mindset of reaching a rank, then sure, just go on. I don't care. Go ahead. So, yep, I guess that wraps it up for the video. So, summary is, if you want to deal with bad randoms, just don't focus on them too much. Don't have a fixed goal unless you're gonna play with friends you trust. And just remember, it's a game. Just take it lightly. Plus, it's a +7 game. It's for kids, and you want to prove to be a competitive. I don't think that's a very good mindset. Like, just take the game with a grain of salt. It's not meant to be that serious. You really want to have that random white thing called rank max, a bunch of pixels on a screen to flex it to your friends, like, I don't know, or just flex it to the internet who will just start hating on you. I don't think that's a very good outcome. Just remember, it's a game. It's just a game. Just don't get too angry. Don't try to. Uh, I don't know what you want. So, yep. Just that's all I can say for this long rant of a video. I hope you will actually do some of the things I said, like calming down and not taking ranked too seriously, and it's the fact that it's just a kid's game. It's just a game played for fun. When you play it for fun, trust me, everything will just suddenly change. You might even start liking the game more. Like the thing is, for example, you can ignore trophy. Like even if you lost, it's just a loss in a virtual game. And yep, good luck to you.